Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Game Logic from the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, one of the co-hosts of the You Have to Keep Going weekly video games podcast on the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. Back with another episode of my gaming diary. It is Gamedate 79872.1, and tonight we're going to be getting things a little bit sweaty, playing some Forza Horizon 6 on the Xbox Series X. So I am lifting the gas pedal off of explicitly trying to play games in the festival playlist tonight. So we're back to just kind of roaming the open world. We may do some festival playlist stuff just by happenstance, but overturned there. Broke too late. So we're going to try and get through tonight. I'm having a horrible allergy night. Less so sniffles and sneezes, although I got that going on too, but more so the fact that I can, half the time I can't see because my eyes are watering so bad. Last night I was trying to pull off a air ramp jump that was on the festival playlist. In order to get points for the festival playlist, you had to jump like 696 feet, something like that. In my last try, I got like 688.8, and I was like, okay, I think that's enough for trying to get through the festival playlist tonight. I don't think I'm going to do any better than that. So we'll see how the audio mix balance is tonight too. After recording for an hour, I did a test a couple days ago, and things were set pretty well. I tried to shift it just a tad tonight though, because I felt, after listening to the test footage on YouTube, it sounded fine, but it sounded like maybe the voice audio was a tad bit high, so I tweaked it down tonight and tweaked the in-game audio up just a bit. And of course, I'm always worried that that has made things off kilter, but we will see. Oh boy, I can see this is a race of I want to go fast. So we'll take the Revuelto out. It is not souped up, so after I try driving it, I'm going to have to take it back to a garage and get it souped. Now for some reason, this display blanks every once in a while. When somewhere between the console and the capture card, which is the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus. Somewhere between the handshake signal between the console and the capture card and the TV, it's sending over some signal that the monitor doesn't like. Again, I'm on the 38-inch ASUS IPS display tonight. Whew. I think I would have been fine if that guy hadn't tapped me in the backside like that. I mentioned how I've kind of gotten fed up with the AI in Forza Motorsport after 10 years of the AI being exactly the same. Come on, see what I mean? Totally unnecessary for the... I mean, And it was super aggressive too, like not even like a little bit of a tap, just a full-on like driving, trying to almost get perpendicular with my side. Oh man, I'm clearing it right already. And often when I run a race in a car that is not souped up, it is not unusual for me to come in like between third and fifth, so it's not that big a deal. So don't have any music playing, because of course whenever you have any music playing, you get a copyright strike for some country that your video is not allowed to be posted. I may go ahead and, when I ran it last time, I got copyright strikes like in 2 countries that I wasn't too concerned about. That's really weird that upgrade path has already been completed. That is definitely strange. I don't recall doing all that at all. Okay, let's try and find the nearest house. And so, yeah, see that for a moment it desyncs, and then the monitor comes back on. And then the problem with this particular setup is when that happens, that means I lose the game audio because I'm taking the audio out of the TV. Jeez, I keep saying TV. I'm taking audio out of the monitor and sending it over to the to the mixer. I was going to say I shouldn't be that far away. It says I'm like 0.8 miles. I wonder how much that is. Can I afford it? I can. My worry is that now... No, I didn't mean to do drive now. Dad nabbit. I was going to say my worry is that I'm going to get it back to the Minka house and not have enough money to upgrade it. So now, of course, because of the capture card, I'm playing at 1080p tonight. 1080p in performance mode. Oh no. I cannot afford that. So I'm in the early outgoings of the game right now, where cash is just not super abundant, and I refuse to do all the goofy additional activities you can do to earn cash, like, you know, jobs and all that kind of stuff.
You have arrived at your destination.
I'm not doing all that. So I'm not going to have tons of cash every time I do something like come across a car for sale like that. Okay, let's see if I can get back into the Lambo. If I can even remember exactly which one I was in. Ah, why is it doing that? Oh, come on. And so what I don't understand is it didn't do that the first time. Okay, so now I'm getting back in the Revuelto. Let's see what upgrade packages are available. Yes, get in the car. Yeah, I may make an exception for the radio thing and just accept the copyright strike. Okay, S2 class tops out at 900. It's up to 898, but it wants 43 grand. 43K. It's a bit rich. So we're going to have to go back out here and hit the pavement and look for some other activities to go through. Try and earn some cheddar. Okay, so I did that event. There's another street race up here.
Adding a page to the back of my guidebook which says Horizon drivers are very friendly, they can be found all over Japan, and they enjoy fast cars, pop music and skill songs. It's a fact.
I don't like skill songs. No, I'm not changing it back. Because I don't like skill songs. Because when I don't want to be bothered because I'm trying to transit from point A to point B for an event,
hold up, phone call. Shut up,
I don't care about your skill song activity.
That's a showcase, dude. We have them all the time.
So this is a game that I'm spending quite a bit of time with, but got some other things going on as well. Started 007 First Light last night, which has quickly become one of my favorite games. One of the things I mentioned was that I saw, a lot of Uncharted DNA in the game when it demoed and when it showed, and that is proven to be true in terms of the combat. In fact, more so, I don't remember if Uncharted had a parry system in it, but this does, which sounds pretty dope. It took me a while to, not a while, but it took me more than the first couple times to understand that that parry system is actually timing based. It's not like you can just spam the parry button and, oh no! Dude had to pull out in front of me like that.
400 yards. Turn right.
So I will say that the game backgrounds on this do look particularly good. Was that my event? No, that is not my event. That's the last race that I ran. My event is still 3 more miles away. Yeah, I was contemplating as I'm whipping this thing around how I'm actually really happy with the brakes on it. And I was like, wait a second, is it Lamborghini brakes that are always not that great in games? And I'm like, wait, no, it's Porsche brakes. And I'm like, I don't know. I can't remember if this game has Porsches in it. I think it does. There's some racing game it's not Need for Speed. I don't know. It's one of the big survey sim racing games that I played that conspicuously was missing one of the major car manufacturers that you would have expected to be in there. I want to say it may have been Porsche, so I can't remember what game it is that Porsche or one of the vendors doesn't support or doesn't license its cars to.
You've arrived at your destination.
And it's weird, that's where the waypoint ended, but actually our event trigger is over here. Okay, so we'll take the Aston Martin. This is a thing that's been weird in this game this year too, is that the cars that come up, there are some events that you go to that no car comes up as recommended, and even if you go buy a car that it claims is a recommended car, it does not show up as recommended. It just gives you a list of cars, which is clearly a subset of, because it's not like all the cars available in the game. So I'm like, okay, so clearly this is a subset of cars, which theoretically means that they're the recommended cars, but it doesn't say recommended, so it's been a little weird. My main point being is that the label, like the grouping of cars listed as recommended, is not present in every event, which is weird. So I haven't played this game on PC yet. I'm probably gonna just try and knock out like my first. Oh, come on. 40 hours or so in the game on Xbox. This is a souped up car, which I don't know why. It's actually, I will say one thing that is definitely on me is I don't have as much confidence in the Aston Martin as I do the the Lambos. The Aston Martins at default, the front is very oh, that's a mess. I don't know if it gave me credit for that gate. Yeah, I did. I cut it close enough. Alright, I'm at 69%, and I'm at 7, and there's a big grouping here who I'm definitely faster than in a straight line. Oh, no! Whew. I'm sorry, fellas, I know very well. If you guys hadn't been there for me to play bumper cars with, I'd have been off that cliff somewhere. A lot of traffic out on this. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, the front ends of the Aston Martins are just way more squirrely than the Lambos are at default, and I'm not of the gameplay type to invest a ton of time in tuning each individual car to tune some of that stuff out. It's way too much other stuff to do in the game. Okay, so I do not need to go back to a house to do any upgrades because this car is already upgraded. Not enough points for me to go up the tree that way. I do have a wheel spin. And once again, I got the very stingy 15K, like I got last time I had a wheel spin. So tonight, when I initially opened the game up, I try and get through some of the early stage stuff, so I don't have to do as much kind of administrivia when I get the game started. And yeah, I had a wheel spin and it gave me another like 15K. Like that. So let's run over here and do a story real quick. Yeah, I just don't have the feel for the Aston Martins as I do for the Lamborghinis as I do in drifting them around the corner.
With some street news. Hamada-san! What's it like down there?
You're invited to the hottest party in Japan. Horizon Block.
Well, that's one way to take that corner. So like I said, got started with 007 last night. And I'm playing that on PlayStation 5 Pro.
They have so many characters like that at the festival. They call them mascots, and the Horizon Festival hides them around for people to collect.
Speaking of mascots,
When you come to visit, can you bring the hot dog plushie with you? I miss that little guy.
bing. Yes, I know that I could have driven through those guardrails coming out of the parking lot, but I figure we'll try and drive a little bit realistically. Some of the time, at least. Some of the time, the car just gets away from me here on the open road, and I wind up tanking some guardrails, but I do typically make an attempt to transit as if I can't just wallabang into everything. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 announced today, finally coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. So one of the things I am not playing, because I think I've finally hit my point where I'm ready to
Arrived at your destination.
drop all my Call of Duty play. So you can go into the second mission? Yeah. Because it'll be interesting to see how things unfold with Nintendo Switch 2 players. We're going to be playing the game at 4K 30 if they're on an external.
1984 Mark I Honda CRX. This is a legendary Japanese car. They jumped at the chance to get their pride and joy featured in Moto Auto, but I need it back at Daikoku ASAP.
Perfect. We can get our shot, then check out the other cars.
Oh, for sure. I'll take a couple hundred photos easy. So, the plan. There's a bridge near Daikoku. We blast onto it and get a shot of the car moving at speed.
Simple. Effective.
Right? So let's head out.
This shot almost takes itself. You can't go wrong.
Because I think what's going to happen is, first of all, I don't think the game's going to be particularly performant
Body kit with those cool
on Switch 2. Like I said, it's going to be playing at 30 frames per second in 4K, which is not going to be great. And I mean, the detail level is not going to be high,
You can show off your car if you have one.
which is fine. I'm talking about for the multiplayer. I mean, I think the single player campaign will be just fine. Yeah, I think it will fall within Switch 2 player expectations. But, I mean, it's supposed to be the full version of Modern Warfare 4 at parity with what comes out on Xbox and the other consoles. So you're going to be talking about people going into lobbies. And this is the main thing where I think it's going to be not great for other players. You know, first of all, I think the Switch 2 players are just going to get seal clubbed for the most part
I love it though.
when they go into public lobbies, because I mean SBMM is going to have to come back.
Different.
Like I don't see
It's so
how in the world you're going to have Switch 2 players in there.
Nothing but bangers. That's a challenge.
And what better place in the car meet to get those
Ooh,
snapping away, talking
and just have it be non-SBMM like it is this year.
You have phone, film,
For the most
digital,
part.
disposable, all different mediums. The next big photographer is out there.
So you're going to have these guys in the lobby. I think they're still going to get seal clubbed even with SBMM. I mean, even if they're playing at, you know, lower resolutions, 1080p, 1440p on an external monitor, they're still going to be capped at 60 frames. You know, when Xbox and PlayStation have modes that allow, you know, 120 frames per second. And then obviously you have the PC player, so, I mean, make things even worse about having people on Switch 2 with crossplay on, you know, going up against PC players on mouse and keyboard. But the other thing that I think is going to wind up
Shutter down to show more movement. while still controlling the shot.
So, foot to the floor?
Yeah, floor it.
The bridge is close. Gotta hit 90 in the zone I've marked on the map.
Well, that's good. I was narrating, and as that stopped, I was like, oh, I hope I didn't talk through the point where I was supposed to take a photo on the bridge. My thing is and I think about this because of how players behave in Rainbow Six Siege, where the game needs to be installed on an SSD, and if you were taking too long to cycle into a match, you'll get booted. Oh, sorry, I'm at 90. Reach out and take a photo on the bridge. Okay. I kind of would have expected more of a prompt. And not just let me, like, drive across the entire bridge. Come on, dude. This monitor is driving me nuts. I love how it looks, but the other thing that has been going on is when I... Okay, maybe I just take the photo and be done with it. I'm not trying to make things super pretty. I was going to try and take a nicer shot, but I'm just going to do the mission to finish the story mode. Because I do not know what this thing is doing. But, you know, you're going to have players in the lobby, and clearly it's going to take longer for Switch 2 players to load into the map than, you know, players on console, you know, with their SSDs, you know, much less PC players. I mean, as it is right now, I feel like PC players already have to wait around for the consoles to load. Dude, what is going on with this? Like, it should not be desyncing and losing signal at 1080p. Yeah, I don't even care now. Whether it saves the photo or not.
Team, that was a job well done. I'll get this shot over to the editor.
I'm working on our next location. Give me a bit of time and I'll have something special.
No doubt. See you both soon.
Wow, 3 stars in a story mission. That is not my norm.
Great work. Can't wait to see the final edit.
I wonder if that charger is for sale there. Nah, I think that's just cars at the story event. I mean, not like NPC cars, but just cars staged. Okay, so I know I'm going to get a desync here. Oh, actually, I'm surprised. 50,000! Come on! Okay, nice. So I'm back up there. That's the thing here in these early hours. And I think I'm closing in on 20 hours now, maybe. Like, where you can get you know, a wheel spin or, you know, or complete. I don't know what I was reading.
I don't know how you taught that. Seriously, maximum skill.
Alright, look, we'll just take it. I'm not a huge fan of drift events. Anybody who's heard me on a podcast knows that I don't like them, and I don't like when they are mandated in order for you to progress the story. That's one of my biggest pet peeves in racing games. Okay, so I've got enough points to do this. Lead foot. And then that is 1 point, so we'll do that. Okay, that exhausts all my points. Let's find the next thing for me to do. Ouch. So I think I have already completed that, right? Right? I have won that championship, Sony Circuit Road Racing. I don't know. Actually, I need to look at that. I've raced that. I have raced that, but I don't necessarily. Come on, what is it? But I don't necessarily know that I've won it. So I think for the festival, you get. Oh, you know what? This is week 2. That's my problem. That is a thing that I did during week 1. So how? I don't see anything. Oh, there's Sony Circuit. That's going to be interesting.
Things constantly competitive.
So it looks like, it doesn't look like it's a full championship series, though. It's just the one event. Holy, hold on, man. Oh, but you have to do it in, I saw that 29:47.61. I thought that was minutes. I was like, is this some type of like long distance cross country road trip? No, but that's, you got to do a lap in under 30 seconds. So I don't know if this is a thing I'm gonna be able to do. And they want you in an R class car. Oh no, they specify the car that you're in. Okay. So I think normally it's like the Elite controller is great for some of these cars because it's keeping me from over drifting and spinning the car out. But well, I guess I shouldn't complain because I actually was able to complete that drift event. I just got out of.
That's how you do it. It's also how your spot on the leaderboard becomes a goal for others, including me.
How did I beat? What is that? I don't understand that. So the rival time was 25 minutes, 47 seconds? That makes no sense. No. That's gotta be... Rival time 29:47.610. Your time 45. I don't know what the hell that is. Unless it's a user who just set up like a gimme event. Weird. So the new arrival time was 45:12? Nah, I don't need to do that. I've already done the one event, right? I gotta see the icon drop there and see if it's giving me credit for it. Yeah, it said Sony Circuit complete now, right? Yeah. And it gave me a regular wheel spin. And 150 grand. Ish. Okay. Yeah, and just like that, I'm up around 300k. Okay, we'll do the super wheel spin. Big money, big money, big money, big money. 70k in a Volkswagen Golf R. I'll take that. I think I already have a Golf R, so maybe that's a car I can sell. And a regular wheel spin. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I thought I was about to hit that 50k again. I was going to be mad. Mad. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten out of that. Let's see. I'm trying to see on this car, because I complained about this before, that this... Wait, is that the... I don't get it. That's the thing I just ran, but they want you in a Class D eclectic... But it put me in a car. I didn't have any choice about that. So my question is, did I win the A-Barth? A-Barth 695? It does not look like it. So like I don't understand how you how do you then run that event in the designated in a D-class car?
Who's up for fall season racing at Horizon? I've got my whole program
Wait,
on
what?
the playlist. My Sylvia just got out of the garage with a brand new turbocharger. It ain't gonna be
Now I'm in a completely different car.
It's gonna be racers falling beneath my 225 horsepower. Boom! Was that kind of harsh? Sorry, I got carried away. We can go look at flowers too.
Now I did this before in another time attack event that I did, where it's kind of jarring to me how it just starts whenever your car passes a certain point. Like it's not. So it just ended the... I don't know. I don't understand what this thing is doing. So... Challenge, win the championship. Restriction D400. So I don't know if it changed. Well, that's the Sony circuit. So I don't know if the event updated because I completed the event. It is the Sony circuit. Majestic Domestics. I guess they just made it a different challenge and they went you in the D400 vehicles. I don't need to do that again. That is the Sierra Alpha. I went ahead and hooked it on GPS so I know exactly where it is. Oh, look at that. What the heck is that thing? Oh, is this another... I thought it was another aerial. Sure. I'll buy it. Nope, store it in the garage. Yeah, I need to go hunting for my next event. Lots of boards down in this direction. Okay, I think I've had enough of the story stuff. Even though that's a different story event over here. I'm not going to worry about that too much tonight. What is this? Dirt Racing Scramble? Alright, let's head down there. Looks like it's going to take me forever in a day to track to 11 miles. Oh, whoa, did that? Oh, that's interesting. Alright, it's got my time on there. Top 76%. Interesting. That's pretty dope. Now again, typically I would go internal cockpit here to no, we're not doing that. Okay, please stop running the tail. Okay, thank you. I was like, you saw me leave the track. Please stop running the tally on. Ooh, oh no. Stop running the tally on the time attack event. It's clearly exiting the pattern.
You need Horizon XS.
I was about to say, why is it every station I go to is like a talk radio station?
Original drum and bass in your speakers, right across Japan from the Horizon.
I took that too wide. What? It's like every radio station I go to, like, is wrapping up a song and then starts talking. I'm like, I don't want to hear you guys yapping. I'm looking for somebody to be playing music. Oh my god. Yeah, I thought they were about to start talking again. I'm like, what is every radio station that I'm catching the equivalent of, like, running Casey Kasem in the top 20? Where they play a 3-minute song and then it's Casey talking for 3 minutes to the artist. It's a lot of... Oh, whew. This car is quick though. 5 miles to go. First 5 miles went by like nothing. Snap of a finger. It is definitely too fast. That's why I'm coming up on traffic like 3 cars worth of traffic like every 5 seconds. I mean, it's partially your partially my fault too, because I also don't need to be throttle wide open for every single segment of this transit. Now I've done some damage to the car where it's pulling to the left, which at these speeds is making it harder to keep on the road. Alright, almost there, 1.4 miles to go. I think that was my first good turn in transit. That one wasn't too bad. It's my destination here. No, it is not. Bamboozled. Oh. Alright, this brake's dug in pretty good there. I was able to catch my turn without flying past it. Not built for dirt surfaces though. This is what some people have complained about, which is obviously you would never actually bring a real Aston Martin onto a road surface like this. But of course, because the game doesn't really restrict you, you can absolutely run a course like this in this type of car. Okay, what? I don't know. Is this a thing of I'm talking and I'm missing the cue to hit X to enter the race? That's absolutely possible. Oh no, it's because it's over here. It's not actually on the road.
I was thinking about the human race in the age of tenderness and rage. Had me flipping for an extra page.
Yeah, so like this is weird. It doesn't say either one of these is actually recommended, but like look, we'll go ahead and go in. If you go into the buy car, I guarantee you. First of all, so it's telling you to. Oh, let's go back out. I'm pretty sure it says buy recommended car. Right, buy recommended car. Those 2 cars will be in here. And I'm like, how are they on the recommended buy car list? But you're saying that the 2 that I have of them are not actually recommended. This is aggravating me because of the screen desync, but I do want to actually look at the names of these vehicles. So it's the Lancer Evolution 26 GSR, Impreza 22B. So it's a Mitsu and a Subaru. Mitsubishi. Lancer Evolution. Yeah, there's the Lancer Evolution 6. Yeah, so that's the same car that I have. Yeah, what is that doing? Okay, whatever. I don't know why this thing is. I'm probably gonna. I guess what I'm gonna have to do, because I do want to get a few more long plays of Forza Horizon 6. I guess I'm gonna have to swap out this capture card. This is an older capture card, and quite honestly, probably I need to chuck it anyway. I was talking the other day about putting in my ASUS CUK30 in here. What I have also had on my list for a while to get the ASUS CUK60, and so this may be the time to pull the trigger on that too. This is absolutely one of my favorite rides in the game. I screwed that. Sorry, my timer on my watch on my phone were going off, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna finish the race with them going off." They were getting really aggravating. But as we can see, I'm whipping these boys, so it's all right. And it's a 3-lapper, so. Look, this is just one of these car frames that, look, I'm not that great at this game, but this is just one of those car frames that I'm super comfortable with, and probably physics model-wise drives the same as it has for like the last decade, and just one that I'm really comfortable with in its braking point, where it apexes the turn, where the wheels are going to hold as you pitch the oversteer on. Just one of those cars that's probably suited to my driving style too on controller. Just in the specific manner that I apply, you know, where I tend to brake, you know, how I tend to trail brake, where I tend to apply counter steer. Just a car model that I'm super comfortable with. Not so much that Aston Martin that I was driving earlier tonight. We're in the last lap, so go ahead and go internal. I should have been internal the whole race, but were only internal for that so long because I'm about to. I thought this was coming up on the end of the race, but I guess I must have flipped it just at the start of lap 3. I thought I was near the end of it because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's some nice air. Let that go a little too far into the turn, wound up tapping the wall. It was just a little love tap, wasn't a huge wall banger. Gotta love it. Lots of the Mitsu. Nobody actually in the actual car that I'm in. Oh, nice. There's a. Oh, that was a. I didn't realize that was a festival playlist event. Yeah, nice. Knocked out some season progress. Yeah. I have enough to get the smash and dash. And is that 1 point? Nope, it's not. Okay. So I did want to look at the map really quickly. Second base scramble. It looked like I got credit for that on the festival playlist, but I just want to double check and make sure. Photo challenge, treasure hunt. Yeah, if that was that a daily? Yeah, so I don't know. Okay. Winner. Eat my dust. Looking so cute. Chain reaction. My neighbor Toyota Row. Yeah, I mean, if it was a seasonal event, I don't know exactly. I wasn't able to see exactly where it was. I'm not going to worry about doing that in the capture because I'm trying to wrap this up. What is this? Yeah, food delivery. Nope. Okay. Another dirt racing event. look, everybody, thanks so much for joining in on tonight's long play. Once again, my name has been Game Logic from the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, one of the co-hosts of the Enough to Keep Going weekly video games podcast on the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. If you do happen to watch this archive version of the video on the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can just receive a notification whenever I post new content.
Things got busy, and I didn't make it. I'm so sorry. Please go ahead and collect those mascots without me. I'm going to treat myself to a big plate of Ami rice here at home.
That was uncalled for.
Things make us feel better. Food always helps. So does music.
These drivatars are a menace. So until next time, take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, play the games that you like, come here to talk to me about the games that you love. If you are a viewer of the Enough to Keep Going weekly video games podcast, I know there aren't that many of you, but we are on hiatus this weekend. The guys have some stuff to do, and that leaves it just me, and I decided I want to take a break before we get into the week-long hell coverage that is the week of Summer Game Fest. So we're going to be off this Sunday, and then we'll come back and hit it hard the following week. We'll be doing 2 shows, I think Friday and Sunday. We're still finalizing that, but we'll probably do a show the evening after Summer Game Fest opening night, and that will allow us to cover the PlayStation State of Play opening night and Day of the Devs, hosted by Tim Schafer and his crew at Double Fine. And then Sunday evening we'll do a show, and that will allow us to cover the Future Game Show, as well as the Xbox Showcase. Ooh. Held onto the brake a little too far into that turn. Another game that I've been playing has been Saros. What is this guy doing? Is he just going down the street, knocking down every... That drivatar was broken. Broken in the AI. But yeah, I also got started... Here, I go talking. I did also get started playing Saros on the PlayStation 5 Pro, so that's been pretty interesting. That combat and the combat of James Bond, I mean, I really enjoy both of them. I do enjoy the traversal of Saros more than the traversal in Bond. I mean, which is fine. I think my sense of it is that Bond also does a little bit more in the story and narrative area than Saros does, so
Let's do this.
they're both equally enjoyable in their own ways.
If I didn't know it before I joined the festival, I've definitely learned it since I came to Japan. Food just tastes better when it's fried. Well done to the driver collecting mascots in the Nangan region. I hope there's a lot more tempura in our future. Now let me select my finest retro future beat, deep fry it in pink neon, and serve it up here on Horizon Wave.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Wasn't looking at the mini-map, did not realize that was a 90-degree turn. Constrained by a retaining wall over there. Or brick fence. Oh, what's that guy doing? Hung up on the television full. It's really trafficy out tonight, and the drivatars are just... They're having a time. Is that my destination? Okay. Well, we're not going to run this event right now. This is where I'm going to wrap up the long play. So thanks again for joining in tonight. Until next time, good night, good luck, and good gaming. That's going to do it for me. I'm out of here.